CBS affiliate in Abilene, Texas. Go.
Okay.
Good morning, Risa. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. Well, thank you for joining us. Lice, an interesting topic. It's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, so therefore, I guess they don't know a lot about it.
Well, there are 15 million cases of head lice a year, so it is a really big problem among school-age children. But, there are things that you can do to help prevent head lice. We always tell our parents, don't share hats and helmets, don't share any hair ties, even princess parties when the little girls go to the parties and they put on their costumes and the tiaras and they think, everything's fabulous. And then 2 weeks later, the kid is scratching and they find out that, there was lice on the tiara and it went from one child to the next down through the party. So you need to really be careful on what you share and what you don't share. We also found that herbs such as rosemary, citronella, tea tree, lavender, all these amazing fragrances that we love the smell of, lice don't like the smell of. So there are products out there that use these great organic ingredients, such as Fairy Tales hair care, and we always tell our parents, use the products every day. A spray a day keeps the lice away.
You know, do lice do they jump from one person to another, or
No.
does it just get transmitted through the shared usage of headgear?
Well, it's head-to-head contact is the most prevalent way that lice is spread. So they crawl, they don't fly, they don't hop, they don't jump. So that's why if a louse gets into a helmet, let's say, and it sits there and it hangs out for a day or so, because they really can't live off the head for any more than 36 hours. So it goes from one child to the next. So they crawl. That is the most prevalent way it's spread.
Now, I believe we have some video that you sent us that we can roll in
Yes.
and take a look at, and
All right.
maybe we'll get that going here so that
Great.
you can explain a little bit what's going on. Now, we see the scalp being examined.
Exactly. Well, we recommend that you do a weekly head check, and you want to look in the hot spots. Those are the spots that the lice like to go to, which is around the ears, behind the neck, and the part lines. So we tell our moms, use a spray, wet down the hair, section off the hair, and take a knit comb and go through tiny sections of the hair in 4 directions, because that little egg can stick in different sizes of the sides of the hair. And here you see a product called Lice Goodbye, which is if you have lice, you use this to help remove it. It's all natural, there's no chemicals, there's no pesticides, and it gets rid of that sticky glue that the nits stick to the hair shaft with. So when you're combing with this wonderful knit comb here, it really helps loosen that glue to pull out not only a dead bug, but the nits as well.
Very good. Now, let me ask you a question. Can we prevent this?
Absolutely,
How
absolutely.
do we do that?
Well, you can use Fairy Tales hair care. We use these amazing herbs that we discussed before, the rosemary, the citronella, lemongrass, tea tree oil. They're wonderful ingredients. They keep the hair nice and clean, they smell great, and the bonus is they help prevent head lice.
Um, you as a mom, have you had to deal with this yourself? How did you decide to become a lice expert?
Well, I was a stand-up comic for many years, and I thought lice would be funnier. Well, actually, our family owns a salon for children, and we noticed that kids kept coming in with head lice. So we figured there had to be something out there that was natural, that had no chemicals, no pesticides, that was safe and effective, and that's how we developed the Rosemary Repel hair care line.
Wonderful. And what's the biggest misconception of head lice, or the least known fact of head lice?
Oh, well, everyone thinks that lice like dirty hair. And the truth is, it's the exact opposite. Lice like clean hair. They have very little claws, right? So it's very easy for them to attach to a nice clean hair shaft. So if you dirty up the hair, if you put product in it, and you put, let the natural oils of the hair sort of coat it, the lice have a hard time grabbing on. So that is definitely the biggest misnomer, is that they like dirty hair.
Well, very good. So I'm going to have to keep my hair clean, whatever is left of it.
Yes.
Now, just as the last question, and you mentioned that children probably are the biggest carriers of head lice. Why not adults?
Well, kids like to hug, especially little girls, and little school age children are definitely the target market for head lice, right? So they like to put their heads together, they hug. Even when in the classroom situation, they'll have their books and their coats in a certain spot where they're all touching one another. And again, they walk from head to head. But there have been plenty of mommies who snuggle up with their children and have found themselves scratching just as well.
How long can a lice, is that singular?
A louse.
How long can a louse live on a coat?
Well, it'll live for about 24 to 36 hours. So we tell our moms, just put them in the dryer if you need to, put it on nice hot heat, and definitely do that weekly head check. That really is one of the greatest ways that you can help prevent an outbreak in your home is a weekly head check.
Well, thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
I know a lot more now than I ever knew before.
See, and now you're not scratching anymore.
Done. Okay, so we're going to